Seasonal weather. Nicola Pearson, BBC News.
Well, our correspondents have been out and about all morning to find out how the nation is coping from northern Scotland to the south of England. So let's get the picture now.
Well, southern England, particularly Hampshire, has been very badly hit. Our special correspondent Luisa Baldini is in Basingstoke in northeast Hampshire. And Luisa, how much snow has fallen where you are?
Well, it started snowing at about 6 p.m. yesterday, and as you can see, it is still snowing, and that means it was a very tough night for the people stuck in up to 1,000 vehicles on the A3 near Petersfield, as we saw there in Nicola's report, due to that jackknife lorry which caused a tailback of 9 miles. Now, many of those motorists did stay with their vehicles. Some of them were then transferred by police to rest centres that were set up across the county by the local council, but other motorists simply gave up and abandoned their cars. Now, the interesting aspect down here is that the police and ambulance service have been helped by the fire service, and the military have also been drafted in with Land Rovers and 4-ton trucks, and the Coast Guard have also lent their off-road vehicles. And also today 120 farmers mobilised to help to snow plough the roads. Well, we're standing outside the AA's headquarters, so let's talk now to the head of road safety, Andrew Howard. And Andrew, 2 weeks ago we saw here in Basingstoke drivers really caught out by the snow. That wasn't really the case yesterday, but still big problems.
I think one of the messages that we've been trying to give for the last 3 or 4 years to drivers is that delays on the major road network now happen. Lorries jackknife, cars have accidents, roads get closed for quite a long time, and they've got to be ready to cater for a long delay, be it summer or winter. In winter, you've got to be carrying the things to keep warm, the things to keep yourself fed, a mobile phone so you can stay in touch with people. They're absolute necessities before setting out on even the shortest journey.
This is the second bout of snow in just a few weeks. Should we be prepared to see more occurrences of snow, and should we be better equipped, maybe snow chains, for example?
It looks very much as though we've got to have a thorough review of how we look at winter, whether these are going to be regular occurrences now, and that means that authorities have to look at their provisions for things like gritting. People may have to look at how they equip their cars. Snow chains may become desirable for people who live way out in the countryside where their roads aren't gritted, but for people who are going to live with the usual mixture of gritted, cleared and ungritted roads, they're probably difficult because you're going to have to take them on and off all the time.
Now, we're always asking for expert advice, of course, at this time of year. What are the main points, do you think, that drivers should take on board?
Be prepared for a delay. Think very much about the snow and how it can delay you. Think about what's going to happen to the children if you don't get back from work in a hurry. Think about where you park the car so that you can get away from work if it snows a lot more in the course of the day. All these are vital things for drivers to think about. But the keeping warm thing, the keeping the car fit, is obviously right at the top of the list. OK,
Andrew Howard from the AA, thank you very much indeed. Well, a couple of weeks ago, 2,000 vehicles were abandoned here after drivers were really caught out by the snow. We haven't seen that chaos here today, so it does seem that drivers may be heeding all the advice. That's the situation down here in Hampshire. Let's cross to my colleague now, James Cook, in the Scottish.